Welcome back to Game & Muscle videos, guys and two girls. Recently I was on Reddit and someone asked the question, which is better in VR, driving simulators or flight simulators, or which one should they get into? To answer this, you should really ask yourself the question, would I rather be a sky lorry driver or an incredibly sexy, desirable race driver? Obviously, you want to be the sexy race car driver. Now, in terms of if you do still want to be a lonely airboat driver, a nice thing with flight simulators is that you can just pick up a cheapo joystick, for example, the Logitech Attack 3D joystick for sort of £15, or you can get something like one of the Thrustmaster budget Hotas for 30 quid. Combine that with something like DCS, X-Plane 11, Aerofly 2, or any of the other simulators on the market, which some of them are free to play or some of them only require you to buy one or two aircrafts, and you've got a really good VR flying experience for under £50. When it comes to driving simulators though, what you really do need is a force feedback wheel of some kind, and really you can't cheapo out on this. You're going to need to spend around about £150 or so to get something that really gives you the force feedback from the game to truly enjoy driving simulators. I think often there's a misconception with force feedback in people might think, oh, it's just rumble, or it just it's an effect, but it's actually crucial and core to driving, because real world driving, you feel what the car's doing through your bum. We don't have that in a simulator or with a driving simulator, so you need the wheel to actually tell you what's going on, which makes it possible to drive, unless you're one of these weird alien people that don't need it at all. Now, the nice thing is when it comes to virtual reality, once you do have a force feedback wheel, it basically works with all driving simulators or detailed driving games, and it massively adds to the immersion that you get from those games, because force feedback steering wheels are some of the most advanced and detailed haptic devices, in that they really do relay a lot of information from the game, which combined with VR then does a fantastic job of completely fooling your brain into thinking that you're sat in a real car at another location, perhaps somewhere sunny. So, though driving simulators cost more to get into, I think personally, aside from making you more sexy, they do offer a lot more than flight simulators at a sort of intrinsic basic level, especially when it comes to the amount of immersion you get in VR. But all said and done, you can be an ugly airboat driver for very cheap, as I say, so you might as well just do both. To help you out and to help myself out, I've put an Amazon affiliate link to the best budget Hotas you can currently buy in the video description. I've put a link to the best budget steering wheel you can currently buy in the video description. And I will change those as things change, so I'll keep updating the description of this video so that it stays as the best current wheel and joystick, because these things change every 6 months or so. In terms of the software side of things, for flight simulators, one thing you have to look out for is whether or not the flight sim has native VR, because unless you've got a supercomputer, they're quite heavy and hard to run. The two premium or top-end flight sims that currently have native VR support would be Aerofly FS2 and DCS. Now, the really nice thing with DCS is you can download it for free, and it has some free content in there, so you can experience it without spending a penny with your nice little new joystick. On the driving simulator side, I would definitely recommend picking up the Live for Speed demo if you just want to dip your toes in the water without spending any money. The demo has full VR support, but also the full game is really nice in VR and has quite good multiplayer. Personally, my favourite driving simulator has been Assetto Corsa. Though its menus aren't in VR, the content, the tracks and the graphics and just how well it runs make it superb in VR. Also, the force feedback in Assetto Corsa is extraordinary. And then it's also worth cheekily picking up Dirt Rally. Now, it has to be said, sometimes Dirt Rally has some performance issues. It seems to vary between when it's been patched and what's going on with Steam VR and if you're using the Oculus Rift or the Vive. But in general, Dirt Rally can, when it works, be, again, absolutely superb in VR, because you've got the cheese just whizzing past you, and there's nothing quite like flipping a rally car upside down and finishing the stage on your roof. So, well, there you go. There you have it. That's a rundown. Flight simulators versus driving simulators in VR. Of course, sexy driving simulators are the clear out-and-out winner. But if you enjoyed this video, you do have to click the subscribe button. It's mandatory. If you don't, you will likely be hit by a car, struck by lightning, and cursed for life, so I'm told. The like button as well is there to be clicked. You can also click the dislike button. I'm sure some of you will. Comments as well. If you've got any questions, you want me to cover anything else, let me know. But until the next one, thanks for watching this, and goodbye, everybody.